Hi guys, I just wanted to talk about God's love and His faithfulness and His goodness because God is love. Look at the ocean. As far as you can see, a boundary stretches and it never ends. And that is how God is. The psalmist said, God's love is meteoric, His loyalty astronomic, His purpose titanic, His verdict oceanic. Yet in His largeness, nothing gets lost. Not a man, not a mouse, nothing slips through the cracks. God is so big. If He is so vast, imagine it. He is amazing. And He says nothing gets past Him. That is how God is. And that is why in the psalmist he again says, who is man that you are so mindful of him? God's mind is full of you. When you love somebody, you're always thinking of them. You'll think of ways to make them happy. You'll think of ways to love them. You'll think of ways to adore them. And that is how we are. We are made in His image and likeness. And when we can love somebody like that, God is love and His nature is love. That is how God is. He loves you. He is thinking of you. And that is how God is. He tells me God's love is constant as the waves of the ocean, that no matter what, no matter the situation, no matter the circumstance, His love is like the waves, that it crashes on the shore without ceasing. No matter what you do, no matter where you are, no matter what you're going through, God's love is always there. I could have gone to a church and be back, and the waves will still crash on my feet. And I would have gone to the gutter and came, and still the waves are going to crash on my feet. That is how God is. His love is astounding. The love of God is very deep. We cannot comprehend the length, the width, the breadth, the height of His love and His heart. And if that is the extent of His vastness, and still He says He is mindful of us, that is how important you are, and that is how His heart is. His heart is filled with love towards you. He loves you so much that He would do anything for you. And that is why God said He did not hold back His only begotten Son. He gave His Son for you and I, so that we might have life and life in abundance, and that we might be included in the Trinity. We might be one in them. And that is how God is. And that is how God's heart is. And God is mighty. Today morning I was listening to a person who was talking about God's hand and how God's hand protects, God's hand provides, and God's hand promotes. And I came to the beach today, and God is already reminded me of the verse. Psalmist, God reminded me this. It says, if I make my bed in Sheol, you are there. If I ascend to the heavens, you are there. If I take wings in the morning and dwell in the uttermost part of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, and your right hand shall hold me. That is how God is. If you just think, I'm going to the uttermost part of the ocean, and no, nothing can see me, nothing can get hold of me. God is there. You cannot escape God, because He loves you so much. He is always watching over you. And He says, He shall lead me with His right hand, and He shall hold me. How amazing that is. God's hand is always there. No matter what situation and circumstance you're going through, He's always there. God is always there. Don't worry today. Don't worry about anything. If you're going through a situation and you feel helpless, God's hand is there, because God is faithful. And if God has said something, it is true. If He says He'll neither leave you nor forsake you, that is true. If God says He shall provide all your needs according to His riches, that is true. because God is a God who keeps his word, who honors his word. And God is not just another God. He is your Father. He is Daddy God. He loves you so much. He is filled with love. That is what God is. Today he wants to show that he loves you. And until the ocean waves crashes the beach, and until the wave crashes the shore, that is how God says he's going to continuously love you. No matter what you've done, no matter where you are, no matter what your situation and circumstances, God is always with you. So don't get discouraged today. Always thank God, because God loves you, and enjoy his love, enjoy his presence. Just like the fishermen here, they're enjoying the fishes of the sea. You will enjoy the goodness of God's heart, because God's heart is for you, it's towards you, it's filled with you, and that is how you are. Stay blessed today, and stay blessed continually, and God bless you.